Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of Cities XL. In the last episode we were just starting to build out our freeway here, kind of getting this all figured out. So I know we just did these, but I'm going to actually take these out, and you're going to see why I'm going to do that here in a minute. Um, I gotta make some slight adjustments here. But yeah, we were going back and forth whether or not we wanted to actually do the freeway. And after looking at the traffic and everything, we decided it was probably an okay thing to go ahead and do. So that's where we're at right now. So we're just kind of building all the freeway stuff out, just making sure that everything is all good here. Basically, I'm just creating the off and on ramps so that everybody can get on there. Because we were using these frontage roads basically as placeholders just to kind of get traffic around. For that day that we did decide to go ahead and do this, and that day has come. So um, I'm actually quite happy with how I did this. Normally I don't plan them out this well in terms of like space and stuff. Normally I keep it pretty constricted, but I actually did what I feel was a decent job. I actually got some room now, so that's always a good thing. Let's see here, I think that'll be alright. Yeah, that'll be fine. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that there's, kind of like a merge lane once they get onto the actual frontage road there. Now this one, I think it's going to be a little different. I think we're going to leave that like it is for now. We're going to leave that like it is for now. Basically what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of, if we can, kind of just do something crazy like this. Just so that traffic can get on there. Basically, the frontage roads will take you all the way out over here eventually. It'll probably end up replacing that entrance and whatnot. But for now, we're just going to leave it like it is because it's just really not needed. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and widen these out for now. Kind of get it placed out just so I have it set up so that when the time comes, all we have to do is just basically run the road and make things a lot simpler. So the same goes over here, which means we're going to get rid of that as well. So yeah, we did a lot of the major work in the last episode, and this one is just going to be basically creating the overpasses and the on and off ramps, which is great. And actually I did a pretty good job of lining this stuff up. I'm not sure I want to do that on that one though. Maybe we can do that. We can do that. That'll be all good. So, like that. The only problem is that guy's probably not going to work very well, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to make sure we get into the right area here. And basically, these are just going to kind of, have a little bit of a curve to them. It's not going to look too good, but it's not going to look terrible at the same time. So we're going to do that. And then this guy, hopefully, if I do it right, will work. But I'm not certain. Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that. So we may have to leave it like that, which I think is okay. I think we'll be okay doing that if we want to. So let's just go ahead and actually make sure they're going the right way there. Yeah, I think we'll go and leave that for now, which is going to be fine. Just kind of hoping to make it look a little bit better, but there's only so much I can do. So we'll just do that, one way that. Alright, and then the same will go for this side. Basically, we're going to kind of have an idea of where things are going to go, just so we have everything just kind of planned out, so that way then when the day comes, we can just place it all and we're all good. So this one's going to be a little iffy, but that's all good. So we're just going to kind of make it a nice curve here, hopefully. Yeah, beautiful. Oops. It's like those arrows are not pointing in the right direction. Yes, that is correct. So we're just going to, I think what I'm going to do, just to keep things semi-decent for now, we're going to go ahead and just go to there, like we've been doing. Hey, that's actually the right direction. Alright. And so as you can see, I'm doing this pretty quick, and that's just because we've done this before, or I've done this before, I should say. Kind of a pretty good idea of what I'm doing here. The curve, yeah, the curves still look great. I actually really do like how the curves turned out. And we'll go ahead. Something's telling me I'm trying to decide. Should widen this road out now? I don't think so. We didn't widen out this one out over here. I'm gonna make sure to leave room on the overpass so when that day comes we can do that. But I don't think it's quite needed yet. Okay, and then that can actually be gone there. So we're not gonna have any on and off ramps here. We're gonna leave these pieces here, just so that way when we want to go further down the road we can. But for right now, we're just gonna kind of leave it as is. So let's see here if we can kind of get that to line up correctly. Not looking too bad. I think that's gonna have to do there. It just doesn't look too bad, I guess. I kind of wish I'd done a little different, but oh well. Definitely work with that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to. Did we already put it down over here? We did. Okay. So we're just gonna kind of drag this guy along here, kind of keep it going as far as we can. Just kind of keep the way we've had it. Just do a nice curve. This will probably end up having to change once we develop out over here. But for right now, it should work just fine. And maybe back over here, actually, we'll kind of move that one back a little bit just to make things a little bit gentler and nicer. So we just gotta one-way everything. Yeah, I've learned the hard way to do this just because of traffic. Like, you can do it later on. I've tried it that way. But it works a lot better if you can do it from the beginning, because it'll make it a lot easier on yourself. All right, that's probably gonna have to change, huh? I didn't think about that. It's too late. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can definitely work with that. Wow, that's really far back there. Okay. Wonder if we can kind of. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit a more difficult one to kind of fit in here. Probably not gonna look not too bad, I guess. I really can't wait until they start doing the one way or the left-hand exits on in this mod here. But until that day, we kind of just have to deal with what we're doing here. This is the most ideal situation per se. There are many other ways I could go about doing this. This is just the way I prefer, I guess. It's just what I've done and what I've always liked to do. So it's just how I do it, which is fine. You know, everybody's got their own way of playing this game and other games, so that's what I view it anyways. So we'll do that, we'll do that. Let's make sure here we're gonna have to take care of that. Like I've said before, it sucked to be those guys, but oh well, nothing I can do about it right now. I always do those backwards, I'm not sure why. Well, I know why, because that game always changes those for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, we need to redo this as well. Why did I delete that? Well, that'll be okay. We'll work that one around there. So we'll delete these 3 just for now. And then we'll go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and just remove that for now. I'm gonna try not to remove that if we can help it. Of course, the game's gonna kind of troll me a little bit, and maybe I can get away with it because I'm just trying not to delete that bus stop there. Okay, then we'll go ahead and take that guy and connect it there. That might be too close. Might be a little too close, but I think we can probably make it work. I don't necessarily care for that. Maybe we can kind of do what we did up there. See how far we can take it. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Oops. Okay, perfect. So we'll do kind of like what we did up there. And then this road, we haven't gotten to the overpasses yet, which is crazy. This road will come straight on. And I think we're going to use a different road type here. Let me see here. I think we might end up doing that, but I didn't realize how close that was to theirs. That's not going to be a very nice on and off ramp. We might have to push that one back just a little bit. But I'm thinking of this here. Yeah, I think just for future growth, and I know what that road is like right now. Man, we might have to push these back a little bit because this isn't going to be looking too nice. We'll see what it looks like. Eventually, maybe when we have to change the road up, like widen it out or something, then we'll worry about that. But I think for right now, I'm just going to leave it be, just because that's how everything is. So yes, we're going to have to change this around. So we're just going to get rid of all that. And then this, let's just go and try and, if we do that, we can't. But we can do this, which will be fine. Kind of wish I kind of kept where the old path was, but oh well. Nothing I can do about it now. So that's not looking too bad. That's not looking too bad at all. I just need to fix that up. What was the road? There it is. Well, that's not necessarily the one I was looking for, but it'll do. So that does not work with that. Okay, so apparently, I don't know, but it looks like I might have to use that. I'm not sure why that's not lining up there. We can fix that just like everything else. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll one-way that, go the other way, and then we'll go ahead and have the... Alright, and the game just crashed on me, so welcome back. Let's see where we're at here. So we're actually not too far. Well, yeah, it hasn't saved for a little bit, so, oh well. So I guess we get to be a little bit smarter about this one here. So we'll go ahead and do that, cut that there, so we gotta basically redo some of this stuff, which is okay, I guess. Delete these three again. Yeah, this game is well known for this kind of stuff, which is just sad to say, but especially when you start getting the mods into it. I'm not sure. I was trying to figure out what I did that crashed it and find like moused over something that wasn't supposed to be moused over with some other thing, which is well known for crashing these types of games. Yeah, so we're just rebuilding some of this stuff here. Let's see here. Where, I guess we could, oh yeah, I think that's what we were doing last time, right? Yes, that's what we were doing. So we're basically just gonna kind of curve this as far to keep it at 1 as we can. And we can get it the right way, there we go. And then let's just go ahead and kind of do a little bit of an angle there, which might mess us up later on, I'm not sure. Wow, people really took advantage of that real quick, didn't they? Alright, and we'll go ahead and drag that straight. There we go, and I think we decided on this guy, which is fine. A really large road that may be not so needed, but oh well. Okay, so that's just for future expansions. That's all good, that's all good. Just need to line these guys out. There we go. And we'll go and cut that back a little bit more. Okay. And one-way it. It's definitely a lot easier to do this as you go rather than going back. And then you have a little bit more of a chance of actually doing that correctly in the right direction, because look at that. I think I did. Did I do parking? I'm not sure. Let's see here. Could do something like that, I guess. I don't know. I'd almost rather just have parking on the one side, not to give them some on-street parking, but I don't think that's an option. Yeah, I don't think that's an option. Oh well. Just we'll do that. All right. I'm gonna delete this, and one way that we could probably move that one back a little bit more, give it a little bit more room. But oh well. I do like how that curve turned out, so we're just gonna leave that be. That can go. These are probably gonna have to change. I'm looking at that now. We're probably gonna have to push that one back. There's definitely something's gonna have to be done there. So, so we got pretty much all of them done except for the on and off ramps here, or I mean the overpasses. Let me just get an idea of how that's gonna look. You know, that actually probably gonna be just fine. It looked a little bit farther than I would have liked, but I think we're going to be okay. So we're going to try and cut that back as close as we can. It's pretty much that road is already widened out to beyond freeway. It's pretty much maxed out, so don't really want to do that. So what we're going to do there is a little terraforming, but because the tools suck in this game, we're going to use something completely different to what I guess you would normally use. Alright, and so we're just going to do that. Again, get as close. I need to do some on this side as well. Alright, get that out of the way. We'll delete those here in a minute. Alright, so we got that going. And hopefully get that as close as we can. Perfect. Alright, no center things. Perfect. It never fails. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly how I want it to look. And I go down and I just see this big old post right in the middle of the road. And I'm like, ah. So, alright, so we got that. We got that. We just need to figure that one out. So we got our overpass there, which looks really good. Alright, so this one's pretty lengthy. So what we're going to do here is something a little different than what I normally do. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Then we're actually going to go back over it again. You're going to see what happens is that it extends that out. And I think we can get away with that. Yes. Alright. No post. No posts. Okay. A little terraforming. You know, nothing too major, just to kind of help it along there. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do this. Get it as even as possible, I guess. And then it's just about perfect. Look at that. This is actually one of the better freeways I've done. Normally, the first time I build the freeways in the city, they don't look that great, just because I kind of rush them usually. And I'm actually kind of rushing this one, but it's turning out pretty good. Now, this is going to be the interesting area. I have to do things a little different here, but that's okay. Difference, okay. Okay, so again, we're going to do the same thing that we did back over there, just to kind of get us a nice curve. Now, I wonder if I can do that all in one piece. I don't really want to... That actually looks decent, though. Surprisingly enough, that actually looks decent. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave that. Now, the only thing is I don't think this way is going to look all that great. Although it may. It's usually here where I end up messing up. Okay. Yeah, normally I have to split that up, but I actually think that it may work. It works out pretty well, actually. That looks really good. Normally what I do on these curves is I end up having to create like a straight, two straights, and then just connect them up. But that actually looks decent. I do like how that turned out. So we got a nice little freeway going, so this will help traffic moving through the city and into the manufacturing area. Once we get this guy all sorted out, I'll help out a bunch. Now this has a pretty good risk of skyrocketing traffic on these roads, these crossroads here. So we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that. That's probably gonna happen. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll grab our... So that we can do that one, or we can do that one again. I think we're actually gonna go with that one, just because I liked how that looked. And then we're gonna go ahead and just do a nice angle in, and if we're lucky, it'll be a decent curve. And it is. It actually looks really good now. See, sometimes it just takes 1 or 2 tries and you get it all figured out. Now the only thing I don't like is how close that is to the road here. Kinda wish it was back farther like this one, but oh well. Just kinda see here. Oh, that's nice. Alright. So we got nice gentle slopes, which is always nice. You know, I've seen people build, you know, like I said, it doesn't matter, you know, but they do, you know, it's like 90 degrees and then you're up at the next level and it's like, yeah, that's not really the way I care for building. Yeah, so that's a fairly good little freeway system. Got 3 overpasses going. We got a nice little area. Eventually this is probably going to become some sort of interchange. But I'm kind of skeptical of doing that just because this city just does not really have the room for an interchange, so we may have to find some other means of doing it, but you know, we'll definitely have to work on that. So that's gonna help keep traffic moving throughout the city. Right now people aren't too happy because, you know, they're still trying to find their ways into work here, which is, you know, I mean, granted we did just, you know, cut pretty much their only way in. Alright, that's not gonna work. Cool. Alright. And let's just kind of get an overview. That looks really nice. So yeah, probably in the next episode we're just going to kind of focus on the population now. We don't actually need too many people, but we're going to kind of focus on building out, probably widening out a couple more of these roads here that just need it, and just kind of building up the city a little bit more, as well as getting a park and a few other things in here. Just the main thing was trying to get the freeway system under control here, which was definitely needed, and I made a mess here. Good thing I caught that. So let's go ahead and fix that up before we go. Alright. Okay. Yes, we know you don't have road access. We're working on it. We're working on it. Well, wouldn't that be fun? You're just like trying to run your business and it's just like, dude, I don't have a road in front of me anymore. Yeah, that would be pretty terrible. So there's that. I do like how on the one-way streets well, actually, yes, on the 2-lane one-way streets, I should say, not on the 3 lanes, but on the 2-lane, the lights are only on the one side, which I actually really like, because it actually looks pretty good. So just want to check on a quick traffic check here. Looks pretty good. It's really good. Yeah, minus this area back over here. This will probably become, we'll have to widen this out to 3 lanes, but we did leave room here for to do that. So, yeah, we're definitely going to work on all that, and we're going to work on everything else like I was saying earlier. So, if you guys like to continue to watch this episode, or episodes that are coming out, go and hit that like button. I do one just about every day. So, yeah, as always, thanks for watching.